Hello, my friend. Sit down, get comfortable, take a deep breath in, and let it out slowly. This is a story about a man, but maybe it is also a story about you. It is a story about feeling stuck, about wanting to change, and about the small steps that lead to a big life. Let's begin. Part 1. The Man Who Forgot How to Dream. There was a man named Leo. Leo was not young, but he was not old either. He was in the middle of his life. Every morning his alarm clock made a loud, angry sound. He would open his eyes, and for one small second he would feel nothing. Then, like a heavy blanket, the feeling would come, the feeling of another day. He would get up, he would walk to the bathroom. He would look at the man in the mirror. The man looked tired. The man looked worried. Leo would say, "Good morning," but his voice had no life in it. Leo had a job. It was an okay job. He sat at a desk. He looked at a computer. He typed words. He went to meetings. People talked. He listened. Then he went home. At home, he would sit on his sofa. He would turn on the television. He would watch other people live exciting lives. He would eat his dinner, usually the same thing, and then he would feel tired again. Not a good tired, like after a long walk. A heavy tired, a tired in his heart. He felt stuck. Have you ever felt like that? Like you are in a boat, but the boat is tied to the dock. You can see the big, open water. You want to go there, but the rope is strong. You stay in the same place. Leo felt that rope every day. He wanted to learn new things. He wanted to feel strong and healthy. He wanted to feel proud of himself. But he did not know how to start. He would say to himself, "Tomorrow, tomorrow I will change." But tomorrow came, and it was the same as today. He felt like a failure. He felt like his best days were behind him. He felt like he was just waiting. Waiting for what? He did not know. Part 2. The Small, Brown Notebook. One Saturday afternoon, Leo was cleaning his house. He was not happy about it. He was moving old boxes from one corner to another. It felt like his life, just moving things around, but nothing really changing. Then he found a box he did not remember. It was small and dusty. He opened it. Inside, there were old pictures. Pictures of himself when he was a boy. In one picture, he was maybe 10 years old. He was holding a big, strange-looking fish. He was smiling. His smile was so big his eyes were almost closed. In another picture, he was building something with wood. He looked messy, but happy. He remembered now. He used to love building things. He used to love learning how things worked. At the bottom of the box he found a small, brown notebook. He opened it. On the first page, in a child's handwriting, it said, "Things I want to do when I grow up." Under it, the list was long. 1. Learn to play the guitar. Then, build a treehouse. 3. Run very fast like the wind. 4. Speak a new language. 5. Help people feel happy. Leo sat down on the floor. He held the notebook in his hands. His eyes felt wet. He had forgotten. He had forgotten that he was once a boy with dreams. He had forgotten that he was once excited about tomorrow. He had forgotten that he believed he could do anything. He looked at the boy in the picture. The boy was not tired. The boy was not worried. The boy was full of life. Leo whispered to himself, "What happened to you?" And for the first time in a long time, he did not have an answer. But for the first time in a long time, he wanted to find one. Part 3. A Very Small Step. That night, Leo did not watch much television. He sat on his sofa, but he was thinking. He looked at his list. Learn to play the guitar. That seemed too hard. Build a treehouse. He did not even have a tree. Speak a new language. His brain felt too slow for that. Then he remembered something his grandfather once told him. His grandfather was a farmer. He had a very big field. Leo asked him once, "Grandfather, how do you take care of this whole field? It's so much work." His grandfather smiled. He had a kind, wrinkled face. He said, "Leo, I never think about the whole field. I only think about the small piece of ground right in front of me. I take care of that one small piece. Then, I move to the next. That is how the whole field gets done. Leo looked at his list. He picked one thing. It was not from the list. It was simpler. He said to himself, tomorrow morning, I will wake up 10 minutes earlier, and I will just sit. I will sit and drink my tea slowly. I will not look at my phone. I will not turn on the television. I will just sit. It felt too small. It felt like nothing. But it was a step. It was his first small piece of ground. The next morning, the alarm clock rang. Leo wanted to stay in bed. The blanket was warm. The bed was soft. But he remembered his promise. It was a small promise. Just 10 minutes. He got up. He made his tea. He sat by the window. The sun was just coming up. The sky was soft pink and orange. He watched the light change. He watched a bird on a branch. He drank his tea. It was hot and good. For 10 minutes he did nothing, and for the first time in years he did not feel worried. He just felt there, present. That small win felt good. It was a tiny crack in the wall around him. Part 4. The Lesson of the Guitar. The next week, Leo thought about the first thing on his list. Play the guitar. He still thought it was too hard, but he remembered his grandfather. One small piece of ground. He did not buy a guitar. That felt too big. He did not sign up for expensive lessons. Too scary. He just opened his computer and searched guitar for total beginners. He found a video. A nice woman with a calm voice. She said, today, we will learn one thing. Just one thing. We will learn the names of the strings. Leo watched the video. He did not have a guitar. He just listened. He learned that the strings were called E, A, D, G, B, E. He repeated them in his head. E, A, D, G, B, E. It was like a little song. The next day, he searched again. Another video. This time, the teacher showed how to put your fingers on one string, just one, to make one note. Leo still did not have a guitar, but he used his arm. He pretended his arm was the guitar. He put his fingers on his arm like the teacher showed. It felt a little silly, but he was learning. He was moving. After a whole week of watching videos and using his arm, he went to a small music shop. He felt nervous. He was an adult who knew nothing about guitars. A young man with long hair and a kind smile came to help him. Can I help you? He asked. Leo felt his face get hot. He wanted to leave, but he took a breath. He thought of the boy in the picture. I am a beginner, Leo said, his voice quiet. I don't know anything. I just know the names of the strings. E, A, D, G, B, E. The young man's smile grew bigger. Hey, that's great. You already know more than most people who walk in here on their first day. You know the names. That is the first step. Let's find you a good guitar to start with. Leo felt a warm feeling in his chest. He told the young man the truth. I'm a beginner. And the young man did not laugh. He helped. That night, Leo went home with a guitar. It was not expensive. It was simple. But it was his. He held it. It felt real. His dream felt real. He did not try to play a song. He just touched the strings. He remembered the names. He plucked the first string. It made a sound. It was just a sound. But to Leo, it was the most beautiful sound in the world. It was the sound of starting. Part 5. The Discipline of the Rain. Leo started a new routine. Every morning, he woke up 10 minutes early. He drank his tea and watched the sky. Then, before work, he would hold his guitar for just 5 minutes. He would practice one small thing from the videos. Some days it was hard. His fingers hurt. The notes sounded bad. His brain felt slow. He would think, this is pointless. I will never learn. But he kept going. 5 minutes. Every day. One morning he looked outside. The sky was dark gray. Rain was falling hard. It was hitting the window. The room felt cold. His bed felt so warm. He thought, I will stay in bed today. Just this once. I am tired. The rain makes me tired. He closed his eyes. Then, in his mind, he saw the boy in the picture. The boy was not afraid of rain. The boy would run outside and jump in puddles. Leo thought about his grandfather's field. The farmer does not stop working because of rain. Sometimes the rain is exactly what the plants need. Discipline, Leo realized, is not about feeling motivated. Motivation is when the sun is shining and you feel like running. Discipline is going for a walk even when it is raining, especially when it is raining. He got up, he made his tea, he sat by the window and watched the rain. Then he picked up his guitar. The rain was loud on the roof. He played his one simple note, then another. The sound of the guitar mixed with the sound of the rain. It was not perfect, but it was real. It was honest. He felt a quiet pride. He had done what he said he would do. That feeling was stronger than the comfort of the bed. Part 6: The Courage to be Bad. After 2 months, Leo could play a few very simple songs. They were children's songs, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, but he could play them. His fingers were learning where to go. One day at work, his colleague, a young woman named Maria, heard him humming. She asked, "Leo, do you like music?" Leo felt shy. He almost said, "A little," but then he stopped. He remembered the music shop. He remembered telling the truth. "I am learning to play the guitar," he said. His voice was quiet, but clear. Maria's eyes got wide. "That's amazing. You should play for us sometime." At the next team lunch, Leo's heart started to beat fast, fast with fear. Play for people. In front of them, they would hear his simple, bad playing. They would hear the mistakes. "Oh no," he said quickly. "I'm not good. I'm just a beginner. I'm really bad, actually." Maria smiled. She was kind. "Leo, everyone is bad when they start. Being bad at something is the first step to being good at something. The only way to be a good guitarist is to first be a bad guitarist. You have to be willing to be bad." Her words hit him like a soft light. He had been so afraid of being bad. He wanted to wait until he was perfect. But perfect never comes. Perfect is a lie. The only way to learn is to be brave enough to be a beginner, to be brave enough to be bad. He did not play at the team lunch, not yet, but that night he practiced with a new feeling. When he made a mistake, he did not get angry. He just smiled a little and thought, "There, that was a bad note. Now I know. Let's try again." Making mistakes was not failing. Making mistakes was learning. Part 7: The second item on the list. Leo felt stronger now. His morning tea, his 5 minutes of guitar, his new idea about mistakes, it was changing him. The heavy blanket was getting lighter. He looked at his old notebook again. The second item on the list: build a treehouse. He did not have a tree, but he had a small balcony outside his apartment. It was empty, just gray floor and a metal railing. He thought, what if I build something small? Not a treehouse, a plant house. A little box for some flowers. It was a smaller piece of ground. He went to a hardware store. He had never built anything before. He felt lost. There were so many tools, so many kinds of wood. He walked around, feeling silly. Finally, he found an old man who worked there. The man was painting a sign in the back. Leo went up to him. "Excuse me," Leo said. "I want to build a small box for flowers for my balcony, but I don't know how. I don't know what to buy." The old man put down his paintbrush. He looked at Leo. He did not look annoyed. He looked interested. "A box for flowers," the old man said. "That is a fine thing to build. Everyone needs something beautiful to look at." The old man helped him. He showed him which wood to buy. He showed him which screws were best. He even drew a simple picture on a piece of paper, saying, "Cut the wood like this. Put the screws here. Start small. Don't worry if it's not perfect. The flowers won't mind." Leo went home with his wood, his screws, and his simple drawing. That weekend, he started. He measured the wood. He cut it. It was not straight. He put the screws in. Some went in crooked. He made many mistakes. The box looked not good. It looked like a beginner made it, because a beginner did make it. But at the end of the day he had a box. It was squarish. It was strong enough. He put it on his balcony. He filled it with soil. He planted small, colorful flowers. He stood back and looked at it. It was not a treehouse. It was just a simple box, but he had built it with his own hands. He had taken wood and screws and made something new, something that was not there before. He felt a deep happiness, a real, earned happiness. Part 8. The Language of Confidence. The flowers on his balcony grew. Every morning, while drinking his tea, he would look at them. He would water them. He would pull out small weeds. Taking care of the small plants made him feel good. One morning, he looked at his list again. Number 4. Speak a new language. He thought about it. He thought about Maria, his colleague. Her family was from Mexico. Sometimes she spoke Spanish on the phone. It sounded beautiful, fast and warm. He decided he would try to learn Spanish, but this time he knew how to start. Small steps, one small piece of ground. He did not buy a big book. He found a free app on his phone. The first lesson was one word, hola. Hello. He said it out loud. Hola. It felt strange on his tongue. The next day he learned gracias. Thank you. Every day, for just 5 minutes, he would do one lesson. Some days he forgot the words. That was okay. He was practicing being a beginner. After a few weeks, he learned how to say, "Me llamo Leo." My name is Leo. He practiced saying it to himself in the mirror. "Me llamo Leo." The man in the mirror looked back. He did not look tired anymore. He looked curious. One day he saw Maria in the kitchen at work. She was making coffee. His heart beat a little faster. This was his chance. He was scared. What if he said it wrong? He took a breath. He walked over. "Hola, Maria," he said. His voice was quiet, but clear. Maria turned around. Her face lit up with a huge smile. "Hola, Leo. ¿Cómo estás?" Leo's mind went blank. All the words flew away. He just stood there, but Maria waited. She did not laugh. She just looked at him with kind eyes. Then, one word came back. He remembered. "Bien," he said. "I am bien. Thank you." "Gracias." Maria laughed, but it was a happy laugh. "Very good, Leo. Your accent is very nice. You are learning Spanish." Leo nodded, feeling proud. "Yes, small steps. Every day. That is the best way," Maria said. "Soon, you will be teaching me." That small conversation changed something in Leo. He had used his new skill. He had been brave. He had made a connection with another person. Confidence, he realized, does not come from being perfect. Confidence comes from trying, from doing, from saying hola even when you are scared. Part 9. The Honest Mirror. Leo's life was different now. He had his morning routine. He played guitar a little better. He had flowers on his balcony. He was learning Spanish. He felt like he was moving. The boat was untying itself from the dock. But one thing still bothered him. He still felt small at work sometimes. He did his job, but he never spoke up in meetings. He had good ideas, but he kept them inside. He was afraid of looking foolish. One afternoon, there was a big meeting. His boss was there. Important people. They were talking about a problem with a project. Everyone was saying the same things, the same old solutions that did not work. Leo had an idea, a different idea. It was small, but it was new. His heart started to pound. His hands felt sweaty. He thought, "Don't say anything. You will sound stupid. You are not an expert." He looked around the table. He saw the faces of his colleagues. Some looked bored, some looked worried. They were all stuck, just like he used to be. Then he thought of the boy in the picture. The boy would not be afraid to share an idea. The boy would just say it. He thought of the old man in the hardware store. The man did not make him feel stupid for not knowing things. He helped him. He thought of Maria. She did not laugh when he said "Hola" wrong. She encouraged him. He took a breath, a shaky breath. "Excuse me," he said. His voice was quiet, but everyone stopped talking and looked at him. His face felt hot. I have a small idea. Maybe we could try. And he explained his idea. It was simple. It was not a perfect, genius idea, but it was a new idea. It was an honest try. When he finished, there was a silence, a long, scary silence. Then his boss, a serious woman named Patricia, spoke. That is an interesting angle, Leo. We have not thought of that. It is simple. It might work. Let's explore it. Leo felt like he might float out of his chair. He had spoken. He had been honest about what he thought, and the world did not end. In fact, something good happened. That night, he looked in the bathroom mirror. He looked at the man there. The man was looking back with clear eyes. The man was not tired. The man was not worried. The man looked like someone who was becoming himself again. Good job today, Leo said to the man in the mirror. And he meant it. Part 10. The Long and Winding Path. Years passed. Not quickly, slowly, one day at a time, one small step at a time. Leo did not become a famous guitarist, but he could play many songs now. He played for his friends sometimes. He played for himself on quiet evenings. The music filled his small apartment with warmth. He did not become a master carpenter, but his balcony was now full of beautiful wooden boxes he had built. They were full of flowers and herbs and even small tomato plants. It was his own little garden in the sky. He did not become a fluent Spanish speaker, but he could have conversations with Maria now. He could understand the words in songs. He felt connected to a whole new world of people and ideas. At work he was not the boss, but he was the person people came to for new ideas. He was the person who listened and then said, maybe we could try this small thing. He was respected, not for being loud, but for being thoughtful and brave. One evening, he was sitting on his balcony. The sun was setting. The sky was pink and orange, just like that first morning he had woken up early. He had his guitar in his hands. He played a soft, slow song. He looked at his flowers. He smelled the sweet smell of the herbs. He thought about the man he used to be. The man who felt stuck. The man who forgot how to dream. That man felt so far away now, but Leo knew he was still inside him. That tired man was the one who found the small, brown notebook. That tired man was the one who decided to try. He realized something important. The journey was not about reaching the end of the list. The list was just a map. The real journey was the walking. It was the small steps. It was the mornings with tea. It was the bad guitar notes. It was the crooked wooden boxes. It was the shaky Ola. The real reward was not the guitar. It was the discipline to practice. The real reward was not the flowers. It was the patience to water them every day. The real reward was not the Spanish. It was the courage to be a beginner and make a new friend. He looked at the small, brown notebook. It was old and worn now. He opened it to the last page. There was still some empty space. He took a pen. He wrote one more thing, not for the boy he was, but for the man he was now. Keep going. The path is long, but you are walking, and the walking is the whole point, the end and the beginning. So, my friend, this story is now over, but for you, it is a beginning. Maybe you feel like Leo did. Maybe you feel stuck in your life. Maybe you have a list of dreams you have forgotten. Maybe you feel too old or too tired or too scared to start. Look at Leo. He started with 10 minutes of tea by a window. He started with one guitar note on his arm. He started with one word, Ola. That is all it takes. One small piece of ground, one small step. You do not need to change your whole life today. You just need to do one small thing. Tomorrow morning, wake up 10 minutes early. Sit quietly. Breathe. That is enough. Be kind to yourself. You will make mistakes. Everyone does. Being bad at something is the only way to get good at something. Be a brave beginner. Your English is growing. Every word you understand in this story is a small step. Every sentence you follow is a victory. You are learning, slowly but surely, like Leo with his guitar, like Leo with his Spanish. Small steps. Do not give up. The path is long, but you are walking, and the walking is the whole point. Believe in yourself. The boy or girl you once was, the one with the big dreams, is still inside you. They are just waiting for you to start. Thank you for listening to this story. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this story helped you, if it made you feel something, please share it with a friend, someone who might need a little hope today. And if you would like more stories like this, stories to help you learn, to help you grow, to help you believe in yourself, please subscribe to this channel. It is a small step you can take right now. It helps me, and it helps you find more stories. Take care of yourself. Be gentle, be brave, and I will see you in the next story. Goodbye, my friend.